Hi, everyone. Can everybody see me? Can anyone see me? Hi, everybody. Can everybody see me? Okay, so I'm getting. Oh, hi. Someone, I guess maybe it's another link. Hi, Angela. Did you get through another link or is it the same link? I feel like it's another link. Hi, Maxine. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Yay. A little, a little technical difficulties. It's great to see everyone. Okay, so there are people telling me that they can't see it. Um, how did you get to see it? Because other people can't see it. It's on another link. Okay. Yes, yes. So I'm not sure how I'm going to get other people to join this other link because I think people are on the first link. Yes, so sorry. Yeah, I had technical difficulties. I asked you all to pray for me, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. I'm getting notifications that folks can see me, so that's wonderful. I'm happy to hear that. Okay. Thank you all for to keep trying because this is my first time and I have no clue what I'm doing. Oh, and I tried to connect the other link and it wasn't working, so I'm going to give some folks a few minutes because I think that this link thing is going to be an issue with folks joining. So happy New Year, everyone! Happy New Year! How are y'all doing? So tell me, drop a comment to let me know if you're gonna do this challenge with us. So Angela is fine. Oh, thank you. It's been a very very busy start to the new year for sure. It's swamped. I'm swamped with work. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. We recently came off of a 3-day fast, the New Year fast. So, excellent, excellent, Maxine. Congratulations, Maxine, on completing the fast. I know it's difficult your first time, so it's difficult actually several times after that, but the hardest part is definitely the first time that you do it. All right, so I want to find this other link so I can send it to folks. So give me 1 second. All right, so if you're on, everyone, if you're on right now, please drop a hi or I'm here in the chat so I know that you are on the new link. Or if you or send me a text so that I know that you can see it. Well, I'm not seeing a lot of comments that folks are seeing the new link. So that's basically, you know, what's happening at the moment, but I'm actually just texting people to see if they see it. There are folks messaging me, "Do you need help?" Oh, all right. So, okay, great. Okay, awesome. Okay, great. So people say they're actually starting to see it now, so that's wonderful. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with our chat. Yeah, so we had this wonderful, wonderful 3-day fast, and those of you who joined the fast know that it's very difficult initially, but you just push through, and we feel so much better, and we're detoxed and ready for the new year. So it's very exciting. So on Tuesday of this week, uh, the 10th, yeah, the 10th, we're doing a 21-day refocus, reset, rejuvenate. We're going to be doing a best me, a best me 21-day wellness challenge. All right. And there are folks who have already messaged me and said, I don't even know what I'm going to eat because someone actually thought she thought we are going to be fasting for 21 days. And so she's been doing the 3-day fast with us, and she's like, I don't know if I can do a straight 21 days. And I'm like, no, 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 it's not a fast. It's a fast from uh, processed foods and sugar, which is toxic to our system, and um, wheat. All right. So no wheat, no wheat. And wheat is very broad, right? Because wheat is in a lot of things, it's in so many things. And so people are freaking out. I'm getting a lot of messages that if I don't eat wheat, what am I going to eat? So, what I want everybody to do is make sure that you're reading your nutrition label, right? Read the label, read on what the ingredients are. And if you see wheat in it, it's not allowed on this challenge. All right. So I'm also going to I'm going to send, I meant to do it with this broadcast, but I'll do it afterwards. If I don't have your email, I will send I'm going to post the forms link in this on this broadcast later, and you can put your email address in it, or you can go to the nutritionallawyer.com website. The nutritionallawyer.com website, and just put in your email in the sign up button. So we have your email, and we'll be able to send you updates on this challenge and sort of like daily motivation, recipes, that sort of thing. So go ahead and go to the nutritionlawyer.com and put your email address in. Or like I said, I will update this broadcast with the forms to get those emails. Okay. Otherwise, I know folks have already sent me email, and if you already sent me your email, then I have it, and then you'll be on the wellness list to send those updates to. Okay. So I'm going to make this very interactive. I'm going to talk for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to have any one of you can come up in the broadcast. You don't have to turn on your camera. You can keep it off and just talk, or you could just do it in the chat if you don't want, people to hear your lovely voice. Okay, so so yeah, so we have a lot of wheat, and a lot of items that we eat, and the wheat that we're consuming is not our great grandmother's wheat or our great grandfather's wheat. It's highly modified. It's genetically modified, and it's really really bad for us. It's wreaking havoc on our gut. Okay, and if you don't have a strong gut, you don't have a strong core, you're not going to be healthy. That's just the bottom line. Okay, that's the bottom line. So we want to make sure that we're healthy and that we're well, because if we don't have health, nothing else matters. I don't care what they tell you. Nothing else matters without that health, right? And even if we live to be an older, much older age, we want to make sure that we're living well with this longevity, right? So you don't want to be in bed for 10 years and say, well, I lived to be 100, but 10 years of that was me, not being upright. So you want to make sure that you're living um, with wellness, essentially. And as I discussed before, if you've watched my videos, you will know that everything is sort of originated in your stomach, right? Everything originates in your stomach. We have 100 trillion bacteria in our stomach, and our bacteria is either good or bad. So if you feed the bacteria with good stuff like fiber and nutritious things, then you're not getting disease because we don't have inflammation. But if you're feeding the bacteria with wheat and all that processed food and all that fast food, you're basically feeding parasites. And those parasites love you. Parasites love you because they're going to grow and multiply and give you disease. And so we want to make sure that we're feeding ourselves well. And you will know when you're eating well because you're feeling well and your brain feels clear and sharp and good, and you're not lethargic, and you're energized, right? So you know the difference, especially when um, if you start eating better. Okay, so our goal with this challenge is to see if you can do it. If you can do it, then sign up and let's get going. So this challenge is not ketogenic, right? Because if it was ketogenic, I would tell you to cut out 90% of those carbohydrates. So it's not ketogenic. It's just literally a whole foods um, cleansing, right, of your system. And so if you're ketogenic, like I am, I'm going to keep it ketogenic. But if you're not ketogenic, you can obviously still do this challenge, but you're going to be cutting out processed foods, and you're going to be cutting out wheat and anything that is from the fast food place. Okay. So, does anybody have any questions for me? Put a question in a chat if you have any questions or concerns about this challenge. Oh, by the way, Colin, are you joining the challenge? So, I just got a question about. Yeah, Colin is thinking about it. Colin, you should definitely join. Yes, it's, I mean, it's going to be very difficult for folks to cut out sugar, but um, I think I posted in the other chat. Yes, yes, yes. For the challenge starts on Tuesday, so it starts on the 10th. So you can definitely join. You have tomorrow to go grocery shopping, but it's not a, yeah. A lot of foods have wheat for sure, absolutely. Um, so I can tell you, like, there are things that don't have wheat. For example, there are pasta. There's if you eat pasta, there's pasta called konjac noodles that you can order from Amazon. And konjac noodles is made out of a plant. Okay, so instead of, if you love pasta, that's what I use. I use a lot of konjac noodles for pasta. You can also use spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash is fantastic for pasta, and you prepare it the same that you would do, the regular wheat. All right. In terms of bread, I've 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 done a few videos on how to make keto bread without wheat. So coconut flour, almond flour. Um, you can also buy keto bread if you need to eat bread. Um, I just got these like really great wraps. They're instead of I guess the regular wrap, you could make wraps. Which, by the way, I'm going to do some videos on how to do that. It's very very simple with coconut flour or almond flour. You can do wraps, so you can have wraps for your sandwiches. Um, and then I just got some cheese wraps. So it's made out of cheese. So if you're vegan, if you're vegan, you're not going to be having this one unless they have the vegan cheese wraps. But it's wonderful. I Instead of putting the cheese in the sandwich, you it's a wrap for the outside. And I had some today, and it was so delicious. It was really delicious. So um, yeah, so in terms of sandwiches, and of course, you can make your own mug bread as well. Very simple. In terms of dessert, you can make the keto mug cakes, chocolate cake or chocolate mousse or um, vanilla cake, pumpkin. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do. In terms of food, though, what you can eat, um, Colin's asking me this. You can eat all the other food that is plentiful in the grocery store in the vegetable section. So you can eat pumpkin, chocho, yam, bananas. Remember, like, this challenge is not ketogenic, so you can eat all those things if you're joining this challenge. Um, every type of food item that is grown and not processed, you can have. And in terms of sugar, you can replace that sugar with monk fruit sweetener, stevia, allulose, that sort of stuff. Don't replace the sugar though with chemical sweeteners. You don't want to put those chemicals in your body. And I'm talking about those poisons like Splenda and Equal and that sort of sweet and low. That stuff terrible. So don't replace sugar with that stuff, because that literally is like wreaking havoc on your stomach. All right, it's um, really really not good for you. Okay, so Angela, we're so excited you're gonna join the challenge. That's awesome. That is fantastic. Yay! So excited there. All right, so in terms of I have a question about what foods I recommend for vegans if you're doing keto. So, ah, so yeah, okay, Maxine. So this is the thing. Keto, keto is limited. Keto is limited. Yeah, keto is definitely limited. It's more restrictive than other types of lifestyles. Like paleo is definitely what I'm suggesting right now for this wellness challenge is more like a paleo diet, because paleo you can eat that's most of that stuff actually, that I'm listing. But yeah, keto is more limiting. But honestly, I'm keeping it keto for me, because if I start eating white potatoes and sweet potatoes and yam and banana, trust me, I'll be like 15 pounds heavier by the end of the challenge. Because that is a lot of carbohydrates. So for me, I'm going to stick to keto. But for other folks who can't do that restriction right away, this challenge is really wonderful for that. And of course, if you're keto, you can still do this challenge, right? Because this challenge should be easy for you. Oh, hi, Tanya. Hi. Good evening. It's great to see you too. Thank you. It's great to be back. And I'm so like excited about doing this, my first live. I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't connect. Which I knew was going to happen to me because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm learning. I'm learning as I go along, but I'm happy. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here, Tanya. Are you joining the challenge, Tanya? Let me know. It's no sugar, no processed food, no wheat. Okay? And no fast food. So you're not gonna do it fast food anyways. But yeah, no processed food, no wheat, and and absolutely no sugar. Because one of the things like about sugar that people don't realize is that it's literally the most addictive thing. It is incredibly addictive. Just think about like how hard it is for you to stop eating sugar. And I'm not just talking about table sugar. I'm talking about all the other stuff that contains sugar and high fructose corn syrup, which is absolutely terrible for us. So I'm going to get back to the question of if you're vegan and ketogenic. So if you're vegan and ketogenic, you're basically eating the same stuff, most of the same stuff that I actually eat, except you wouldn't be eating seafood and you wouldn't be eating animal products. So you would simply just replace your protein with what you normally would eat for protein. So um, chunks, mince, which is I guess made out of soy, um, Beyond Meat products, Beyond Meat crumbles, Beyond Meat sausages, um, Impossible sausages as well. Impossible makes the similar stuff, and tofu, that sort of stuff, right? And then ackee, if you're if you're inclined to have ackee, then ackee is ketogenic and vegan. Hi, Dimitri. Thank you. Great to see you. Oh, so great to see everybody joining the first live. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, what I found out, this is what I found out when I decided to do keto, is that I was essentially an unhealthy vegetarian. Okay? I was I was an unhealthy vegan too, but I was vegan years ago. I was vegan for 5 years. The first time I became a vegetarian, I was vegan. I was 18 years old and I did it for 5 years. Um, but I missed fish, and I decided I was going to have fish again, and that I'm just going to keep having fish and never stop having fish basically. But but I think that in terms of me being vegetarian and slash was vegan, is I was eating a lot of carbohydrates. So I was eating a lot of good food from, we would say ground provisions in Jamaica, stuff that's coming out of the earth and not processed. But I was eating a lot of that stuff. So you don't even realize that you're eating all this sweet potato and white potato and yam and bananas and all of that was basically an oversupply of carbohydrates for your body. It's too much carbs, and when it hits your body, it turns into sugar. It's glucose, and so um, yes, yes, that's true. That's true. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. Um, Fish is hard to let go. I agree, Colin. Fish is hard to let go, but I'd let it go for 5 years. It's when I first became a vegetarian, I quit every animal product. That was the first, it's like all or nothing. That's kind of like, how I am. All or nothing. So I went all in and I cut it all out for 5 years. Um, but I was actually doing I was studying at Oxford. I was studying human rights law, and at every week they would have these formal dinners, and they would have this amazing spread of food. And I love salmon, and they always had this like amazing salmon dishes, and I was like, oh my god, I just want to have some salmon. I just want to have some salmon. So that's basically what happened. It was England, and it was Oxford and those dinners. So I finally, like, I think towards the end of my studies there, I said I'm gonna have fish. I felt really bad, by the way. Like, it was agonizing because I didn't have fish for 5 years. Um, and yeah, but I had fish, and yeah, I'm still not entirely like happy with because I think about the fish and their family. So, but anyways, anyways, going back to ketogenic veganism, definitely more challenging, but they're amazing recipes and lots of options for you. So I'm happy to send some recipes and stuff on that. I actually have two books that I bought about um, being a keto vegan, because I consider going back to veganism. But it's I just ate so many carbohydrates. That's the thing. I mean, you can say, I'm healthy, I'm a vegan, and then you're just eating a bunch of garbage. It just doesn't happen to have animal products in it, but it's still not good for you, right? So um, you find that you have folks that are getting ill, and they're getting and they're unhealthy. I mean, they're overweight or obese, or have all kinds of diseases, and they're vegans or vegetarians. So we have to be mindful, to make sure that we're just eating healthy food, whatever our food choices are in terms of our lifestyles. If you're ketogenic, or if you're vegan or vegetarian or paleo or whatever else, make sure that you're feeding yourself nourishment. You're not eating empty calories. You find that you get so bogged down and hungry, in an hour or two of eating something, and you're like, oh, I'm hungry again, I'm going to eat something because I'm hungry. And you know you're hungry because it was an empty calorie that you ate. It had no nutritional value. So you want to make sure that you're eating stuff that have nutritional value, and that'll push you through, give you energy for several hours. And that's what happens to me when I have my quote unquote breakfast slash brunch at noon. I'm not hungry until, like, 5 or 6 p.m. Does anybody have any more questions about the challenge? And I know Angela says she's doing it. Who else is doing it in the chat? Drop me a message if you're going to do this challenge. I'm guessing Dimitri's not doing this challenge, right, Dimitri? Oh, awesome, awesome. Okay, so everyone's gonna do it. I'm getting a couple of messages that folks are gonna do it. That's awesome. Okay. All right. So Maxine has a question. She cooks ackee and saltfish, but she doesn't know what to eat with it while on the keto. What do you mean? So, all right. So this is the thing. All right. So ackee and saltfish. What do we normally eat it with, Maxine? Normally we eat it with white rice, right? Or dumpling and banana. So replace the dumpling and banana with pumpkin and chocho. Get some pumpkin. You can cook the pumpkin in the same way you cook it, in a soup, or you can do a mashed pumpkin. I've done a nice mashed pumpkin where I just add coconut milk to it, like a few tablespoons of coconut milk, some spices, so some Mrs. Dash, some Old Bay, whatever spices that you like. Mash that up, and it's like a creamy mashed potato. And if you prefer like heavy whipping cream, you can use that instead of coconut milk. But sometimes I like to do dairy free, and so I just use coconut milk. I love coconut milk; it's like my favorite thing. So, so I'll do it with coconut milk. But okay, okay, yeah. I mean, Aki is a great veggie. So you're already getting a nice veggie, and then you're getting protein from the saltfish. Um, you can also do konjac noodles with it. You can make konjac noodles. Order it from Amazon, Whole Foods, or Amazon Fresh, or any grocery store. Um, they may have sea kelp noodles as well. So I didn't know anything about sea kelp noodles. I've been hearing about it, but I never had it before. But I actually had it about a month ago, and it was so delicious. It was so delicious. So I had it with it cooks in like a couple of minutes, really. And then I added Rao's marinara sauce to it. I like Rao's marinara because Rao's is no added sugar and low carb pasta sauce. So you can seek help. Okay, I'm messaging it now in the chat. But you go on Amazon, and you'll see it, or konjac, Konjac. Konjac has a million different types of noodles, and it's all made out of that plant, and it's really delicious. You do it the same way. It's just you don't cook it as long as you would do wheat, because it cooks very quickly. But you get it, you just pour some water, wash it off over the sink with some cold water, and cook it for a few minutes. Put in your pasta sauce and your vegan cheese or your regular cheese if you're not vegan. It is so yummy, so good. It's so good. It's so good. So good. So, yeah, konjac comes in a variety of styles and whatnot. There's actually another. I when I remember it, I'll let you all know. There's another great dish for pasta too. That, yeah, is really good. But there are also lots of other noodles that are made out of chickpeas and all these different things. So it's not just konjac. Um, but for me, I I don't do chickpea noodles and lentil noodles. That's fine if you're not ketogenic. But if you're ketogenic, once in a while is okay, but it's not something that you would eat daily because it's high in carbohydrates. So it's better than wheat. So if you're gonna buy noodles, buy those. If you're not ketogenic, buy the chickpea noodle and the lentil noodle and stuff, because it's so much better than wheat. So that's what I would recommend if you're not ketogenic. But if you're ketogenic, then they're generally too high in carbs, and if you eat them once a week, that's fine. But it's not something that I would recommend that you eat daily, because you're just going to gain weight. It's going to inhibit the fat loss. It prevents you from going to ketosis, and in ketosis, the body starts burning the fat for fuel that's on your body. So that's what you want. So if you're trying to lose weight, if you're not, then don't worry about it. But every time I try something else, like I will try, um, you know what, I'm gonna eat this today. I'm gonna eat some mangoes today, or I'm gonna eat some June plum today, or I'm gonna eat some of this yam, whatever. Of course, the next day I gain like 2 or 3 pounds. Oh, absolutely. Pasta sauce is okay. Let me give you a. You can make your own, or you can do Rouse. RAO, Rouse marinara, is awesome, and Rouse Ariabata is awesome too because it's I think I'm spelling it wrong, but Ariabata, definitely spelling it wrong. Sauce. That sauce is spicy, so I like it. But I know I spelled the Arrabbiata sauce incorrectly, um, but it's a really wonderful sauce. And in fact, there are quite a few others that are really good too. And I know, Maxine, I know that you're not vegan, so you can have that Alfredo sauce as well, from Classico. Classico has a couple of great pasta sauces too that do not have any added sugar in it. Yeah, spaghetti sauce is the same as pasta sauce. So, um, but yeah, but that's yeah, those Classico makes great sauces without sugar. That's what I look for when I'm ordering pasta sauce. Is I look and see, is there sugar in it that's added. If it's added sugar, I don't buy it. And there's a little bit of sugar in it because of the tomatoes, but if it's added sugar, I don't get it. It needs to be low carb too. Because remember, if you don't do that, then you're preventing your body from burning the fat. All right, I'm getting some messages. Let's see. Oh, nice. Yeah, Seek Help noodles are so good. Yes. Okay. Yeah, shirataki konjac noodles. There's a million different types of them. The 8 pack, yes, I've gotten that 8 pack many times. It's so good. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Happy New Year! Great Pill Podcast. How are you? Thanks for tuning in on my first live. Oh, okay. So I'm getting messages from people saying they never saw the live because it never came on. But I don't know, how did you all get to this one? Please tell me, 'cause so that I can tell the other people. Oh, oh, YouTube showed it. Okay, so thank you, Grey Pill. I will actually have message. I'll tell them, check again. Check again. It's showing as another link because I couldn't connect the original link. Anywhere else you're streaming from? Are you asking me or asking people where they are right now? Oh, thank you, Abram. I'll send that to them. Yeah, so there are folks that are messaging me telling me that they never I the link never started, so they never got to join. So I'm sending a message. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh. Can everybody hear me okay? Am I chipping in or and out, or am I because I know sometimes the internet is not great in this part of the place where I am in the home. It's not the best. So, okay, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm actually I'm in Jamaica right now. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thanks everybody. All right, so far I've got I think two people said they're doing the challenge. Um Tanya, why aren't you doing this challenge? What's going on? Oh, hi Nicola. How are you? I know you're doing the challenge, Nick. Great to see you in the chat. All right, so what's going to happen is I'm definitely going to send an email to everyone who's going to do the challenge as to alternatives, alternatives to wheat, for example. There are lots of great alternatives to wheat, so I'll definitely be sending some information on foods that you can eat. That'll be really wonderful for this challenge. Okay, you're thinking about it. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's. I mean, it should be a no-brainer. 3 weeks, 3 weeks of eating whole healthy foods that are nourishing and wonderful for your body and your brain. It's. I mean, it's a no-brainer. So I hope you all will join the challenge. Um, does anybody want to come up and ask questions, or share some thoughts and ideas about this 21-day challenge that we're going to do? Let me know if you want to come up in the broadcast. Like I said, you don't have to do video, you can just do audio, or if you want to do video, that's great too. Oh, Nicola, you want to come up? Oh, I'm messing with you, Nick. Yes, Maxine, we all do a little bit, but yeah, we we all once in a while, because I am not strict ketogenic, generally ketogenic, but there are times when I deviate. For example, I had some mangoes a few days ago before I started the New Year fast. I had some mangoes. Um, So yummy and delicious. I had a couple of East Indian mangoes and a couple of other mangoes. Perfectly fine, and I was perfectly happy. And of course, I did gain 2 pounds. but but mango is still my favorite fruit. Still my favorite fruit. So I love strawberries too, though. So, but yeah, I love mangoes, and so I had my mangoes, and I knew what was gonna happen. I knew I was gonna gain the weight, and I also knew that I could. I knew what to do to lose the weight in 2 days. So when you start fasting, if you're doing intermittent fasting or you're doing a full fast, you already know um, that you have that discipline to get rid of any excess weight in a day or two. So that's one of the things that's awesome about the fasting, our monthly fasting, is that it really like gives you self discipline and mental strength to push through anything, you know. So yeah, you know that you don't have to keep eating. It's okay not to eat, and it's okay to be hungry. Perfectly fine. Your body, when you're not eating, is actually eating your fat. So your body's actually still feeding. It's just that your stomach, the parasites are telling you, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. But really, your body is actually still being fed from the nutrients that's already in your body. Great pill I'm reading that you're saying he's saying he's shy. He doesn't want to come up and say anything to anybody. Oh, awesome. I just got a notification. Abram say he's gonna be fasting every month this year. Oh, that's awesome. You can do it. You can do it. That's fantastic. It is such a once you do it, you'll see what I'm talking about in terms of the rejuvenation and the mental clarity that you get and the energy that you get. Like you're a force to be reckoned with for sure if you're able to do this 3 day fast, which you can do. By the way, we'll definitely be doing intermittent fasting while we're doing this process thing, no process thing, right? This 21-day challenge. I highly recommend that you do intermittent fasting with it. So intermittent fasting means that you're just going to be eating during an eating window that you decide. Okay, so if you normally eat from like 8 a.m., to 6 p.m., that's your eating window. Or maybe you eat from noon to 4 p.m., that's your eating window. Or maybe noon to 8 p.m., that's your eating window. But don't eat, please do me a favor, and do not eat more than 3 hours, um, no, less than 3 hours before you go to bed. So if you normally go to bed late, like you go to bed at midnight, don't have anything past 9 o'clock. Even if you're hungry, and people will say to me, "Oh, I can't go to bed hungry. I can't go to bed hungry." Hi, Christine. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Cece. Great to see you all in the chat. I'm so excited to see everybody. Welcome, welcome to Nutrition Lawyer and Healthy Living. We're doing a wellness challenge for 21 days starting on Tuesday, so I hope you all will join. Okay, so Maxine, Maxine just had a piece of fruitcake. Maxine, listen, if you just finished your fast, I don't think you should be having the fruitcake. Yeah, it's okay to throw out stuff that's not good for you. Happy New Year! Oh, this is awesome. It's only we're only a week into the new year, so it's so nice to see all of you. Yeah, so I hope that everybody's going to be able to join this challenge because it's really an easy challenge. It's so much easier than trying to do a ketogenic challenge for you all. So, all right. So I know it's not hard in terms of the fast food, but it may be difficult for some folks for processed food. But just think about humanity, right? Think about where we're really coming from. Think about our culture, because, and I'm not talking about culture as in my immediate Jamaican culture, my immediate African American culture, or my immediate Latino culture. No, I'm talking about our true selves, right? Not what they tell us we are now, but what we were, right? We ate natural stuff from the land, right? Whether or not it was the veggies or the protein, we ate stuff from the land, and that was not processed and not full of hormones and toxins that's making us sick. And so that's what we're going back to with this 21-day wellness challenge, is that we're eating stuff that comes from the land, that's not processed. And yes, there may be some pesticides and whatnot on some of the things that you're eating. We try to do it organic, so we try to buy organic. I know some folks cannot afford organic because, unfortunately, they things that are good for us, they price high. Right? It's high. I mean, monk fruit sweetener is so expensive as opposed to sugar, which is no, $2, right? The monk fruit sweetener is like $18, right? So yeah, they they make it difficult for us to eat healthy, right? Because at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, who is benefiting from us being ill? It's not you. It's not your family members. Who's benefiting? Who gets that drug money, that legal drug money that they get for putting you on all those drugs? Who gets that? Who's benefiting? Yeah, we're not benefiting, and our communities are not benefiting. Yes, thank you so much, Great Pill. So, Great Pill is letting everybody know, make sure that you hit the notification bell, please, all bells, so that you'll get daily updates, and you'll know whenever I go live. And in case you didn't know this, I'm actually going to start doing live streams. That's going to be my go-to now, is I'm going to mostly do live streams, because it's yeah, it's a lot less work than editing videos, but also I love the interaction in the chat. I love, connecting with you all in real time. And you can ask me any questions that you want. um I'm definitely going to do a live on what happened to me in terms of why I switched my diet to keto, and my research on that, and how it's helped me, and not just physically. Physically, it's helped me, of course, because I'm back to my regular, 18-year-old weight. Is that good? I'm not sure that's good. But yeah, no, but seriously, in terms of my body weight, I'm back to when I was younger and much more athletic, because I was a runner. I was a sprinter, and I played basketball, and I ran track, and I play tennis. Um, so my body weight is back at that mode, but the biggest thing and the biggest help is, like, it's the how I feel, my brain strength, and my brain clarity is just it's amazing. It's amazing. So remember, there's no such thing as the itis. Okay. You all talk about, I don't want to eat this because I'm gonna get the itis, or I'm not even gonna say the word that Jamaicans use. But I know African Americans say the itis, but I'm not going to use the words that Jamaican use. But it's also the itis, right? At the end of that word is the itis, and you will know that if you eat certain things like a bunch of yam and banana and dumplings, you're going to get the itis. You're going to go to sleep. You want to go to bed, right? Yeah. So that lethargy and all that is your body has too much carbohydrates that turn into sugar in your body, and it's weighing you down. That's what happens. So it's not good for us. Maxine wrote that she bought keto bread. I don't know which kind of keto bread you bought, Maxine. I don't know which kind you bought, but I make my own. It takes 2 minutes in the microwave. Exactly, Cece. Exactly. Yes. Um, your body is telling you that the itis is not good for you, and whatever is giving you the itis, you should stop eating. Our bodies our bodies are amazing. Our bodies are amazing. Our bodies literally is just trying to keep us alive and healthy, and we're messing it up. We're messing it up. So help your body help you, right? Cornmeal porridge. So on this wellness challenge, you can have cornmeal porridge. Yeah. It's not ketogenic, but we're not doing a keto challenge. So you can do it. You can have it. And it's not wheat either, so it's allowed. Angela. Yeah, but what kind, Maxine? Okay, so there are a bunch of okay, let me tell you all this. There are a bunch of products that are called ketogenic on the labels. It'll say this is keto friendly and this is ketogenic or this is paleo, and it's garbage. And it's garbage. So don't buy trash just because it says keto on it. All right? Don't buy trash because there's keto on it. That name. Look at what the ingredients says on the label. Look at the ingredients and look at the label and see what nutrients are in there or lacking. Because I've seen a bunch of stuff that says keto and I would never buy it. Because it's highly processed and has a bunch of stuff in it that is not good for us. Yeah, and it's extremely expensive. Keto bread is very expensive. I'm actually going to show you all how to make some yummy keto bread right in your kitchen. It's not difficult at all. So almond flour, coconut flour, you can make keto bread. My mug bread tastes better than the keto bread. I bought keto bread a couple of times. I've been doing keto for over 3 years now. 3 years. You're welcome. So this is what I suggest. In terms of like certain products that you want to eat on the challenge. Just ask Google if you can have it. So you know what's forbidden on the challenge, right? No wheat. So generally, oats don't have wheat. Like look at the back of the label and see what it says is in it. But oats generally doesn't have wheat in it, Tanya. So yeah, you could have it. But remember that it's not the best for you, but you can have it. You can have it on the challenge for sure. Oh my gosh, that is so good, Christine. Okay, so Christine is asking about stewed jackfruit. That is yummy. Yeah, so when I first heard about this stewed jackfruit thing for meat, I was like, you must be crazy. You must be mad. I love my jackfruit. I'm not gonna use my jackfruit as no meat. But I had some. I had some a few months ago and it was so delicious. So yeah, it's allowed on the challenge, Christine. It's really yummy. Jackfruit is actually one of my favorite fruits. Like mango was number one, but I think jackfruit was probably like a number two growing up. Like I love jackfruit. Um, but I love jackfruit, of course, as fruit. And I didn't know that you could, stir fry it. That vegans are doing. So I was kind of a snob about that. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit of a snob. Like, oh please, like I love my jackfruit as fruit. I'm not gonna eat jackfruit as no stew this or stew that. But I tasted it, and I'm not gonna lie, It was fantastic. So we have to like open up our minds, because even myself, I think I'm so open minded and, you know, look at different ideas and different food items, different this. And even then I was still a snob about the jackfruit because I was protective of my jackfruit because like, it's one of my favorite foods. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat that stewed meat. What? But it was incredible. So yeah, it's allowed on the challenge, Christine. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, it's I was surprised. I was surprised for sure. But it's the same as me now making my own chocolate cake. I never liked chocolate cake, but I made this chocolate mug cake, um ketogenic, and it was so amazing. I was like, "Oh my god, I didn't know chocolate tasted so good." So, yeah. So, Novlet, are you Oh, Novlet, you're joining the challenge, right? Yeah, Novlet, I think did say she's gonna be in the challenge, so we're excited. So we have a nice group of folks that are gonna be doing the challenge. Ah, okay. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it, but it's okay, so I'm answering to Christine's statement. She said the jackfruit was too heavy. Okay. No, well, it's fine for this challenge. It's not ketogenic because jackfruit generally has a lot of sugar in it, but I guess it depends because if it's cooked, it may not be as sweet anymore. So I think if it's cooked and they have replaced it with those spices and stuff, I don't think it's going to be the same um, carb count. So I'm sure you could have it. And then even with keto and carbohydrates, there are certain things that you can still have. You just have to have less of it, right? So if you have yeah, if you have certain things, just have less of it. So if you have jackfruit, instead of having like a half a jackfruit that you normally would have, maybe you have a quarter instead, and so it's lower. And then for men with keto, I try to keep my carb count 20 grams or below for keto, for carbohydrates. But for men, they can have theirs at 50, so they can have a lot more carbohydrates than women. So and even some women can be at 30 to 50 for and still be in ketosis. But for me, if I get over like 20, 25, it kicks me out of ketosis. So it doesn't take much for me. So I need to keep my carb count low generally. But like I said, there are times when I deviate, and like I went on vacation to Mexico and I deviated. I had the Mexican food. So I just knew when I came back that I was going to do a fast, and I did the fast, and you know, sort of snap back, right? It's like an elastic. Your weight, once you know how to manage your weight, it's like an elastic. You know exactly how to get back in shape. Yes. So Maxine says she wants to try the chocolate mug cake. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, it's fantastic. It's amazing. Anybody can make it. It's very easy to make. My 12-year-old niece was at my house and she made it a couple of times. Yeah, a couple of times for herself, and it was delicious. So yeah, you definitely follow the instructions. Very simple. 2 minutes, it's done and delicious. Okay, so the Gray Pill podcast asked, does it matter with the body weight for men and women? For keto, yeah. This is why, yes, because that's why men can have more carbs because they're generally just bigger and stronger. I mean, that's their skeleton makeup is different than women. So, yeah, men can have a lot more carbs and probably need a lot more carbs. But you make sure that if you're having the carbs, that it's good carbs. It's not garbage. It's not empty. It's not empty calories that is just going to wreak havoc on your gut. So you know, eat the the sweet potato instead of the white potato and that sort of stuff. Happy New Year, Novlet. Okay, great. So we have some great folks here who are going to be on the list. All right, bye, Christine. Thanks for joining. Have a great week ahead. All right, everybody. So I'm gonna wrap up the broadcast because I think we're an hour, a little over an hour in. So I'm gonna wrap up. If anybody has any more questions, put it in the chat now so I can answer. And if anybody wants to come up, let me know. Oh, awesome, Maxine, that's awesome. Maxine said she gained 5 pounds during the holidays, which is normal. You know, some people gain 10 or 15 pounds or 20, but you only gained 5, so that's good. And then you lost 6 pounds on the fast. So this is what I'm saying. It is so easy to just do the 3 day fast and cleanse yourself. All right, cleanse yourself. So for everyone, if like I said, if you want to join and you didn't send me your email yet, make sure you send the email thenutritionlawyer.com. Um, Sign up so that you can get information on the on this challenge. All right, so in 21 days you'll see how you feel so much better. You're going to lose weight, you're going to look much better, and you're just going to be healthier, and your brain is going to be sharper and be able to function. So we're doing the wellness challenge. All right, so thanks everyone for joining. I will definitely let you all know when the next live will be. All right, have a wonderful work week ahead. Take care. Cheers to healthy living. Last call for questions. Please hit the notification bell, okay? Please hit notification bell so that you know when I'm going to go live again, which will be a couple of times this week. All right? Bless up, Kush Kingdom, bless up. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful week. See you on the challenge. Cheers.